Well, top of the morning, and welcome to the another Rise and Shine working session. This is a special one because just taking a few minutes here, maybe a part 1 and 2. Here's the title. We're calling it Short Form Video 101, or even pre-101. So the goal is to give you some foundation to stand on. Number one, we're going to lay out some kind of list of a basic, let's keep it on the third grade theme. When you typically, you need to bring typically a backpack, a notebook, a pencil to class, etc. Well, we're going to cover that in a moment. So when you do look at creating your first or 10th or 100th, whatever it is for you, short form little video, there is a basic little checklist. I'm gonna go through that with you, and then we're gonna cover. There's a couple of apps, and I'm keeping this simple. So an app is something you download. Either it's free or it costs. Both apps that I'll be showing you in a moment. Both these apps that I'm using, or there's a free version. Even the version that has a cost to it, we're talking like $3 a month, $4 a month, $15 for the whole year. So nothing here will even, it won't really affect not really a budgetary concern, if you will. And then we're gonna tackle, we may just do one this time, always replace but with and. And the goal is to go through at least 3 different ideal. Let's do it together. Here it is. We're going to go through, my goal is to go through 3 examples of creating it from scratch with you on this line with me. And that, again, that may demand a couple sessions here. So that's the goal. Does that sound good, guys and gals? All right, Z peeps, here we go. So let me share my screen. I'm going to ask you, Kimberly, to let me know when you see my screen in just a moment here. All right, let me share my screen.
Yep, I see.
Okay, awesome. So let me just cover a couple foundational little insights here first and foremost, guys. One second. Okay, number 1, why? Why short form video? I think this is really important to get a handle around. It's around 100 minutes a day globally that people are watching, not just TV. We're talking internet-based video media. And this was 2 years ago. So you can imagine the jump. Here it is. And just in 21 US adults, and that includes us on this line, 149 minutes per day watching digital video. Again, this is separate from TV consumption. My math isn't one of my skill set. That's like 2 hours and 19 minutes. All right, 82%, get this stat, not 50%, not 40, 82% of all right now the media, the content going back and forth over the imaginary cloud is 82%. It's all video. 69%, close to, it's probably 70 or 71 now. This is probably about 2-year-old stat. Right around 70% now of consumers prefer watching video still when specifically asked, when you're learning about a product or service, and obviously we have both and a business, or all together, it's now over 70%. They prefer a video over reading something. And how many of you, I know I always try to do this when I'm talking with a prospective customer or brand partner, I say, what do you prefer? And some people will be in that 18th percentile, let's be real. And then hopefully we also know where to find some of the written content as well. And here's what's interesting. Without sound, how many would have guessed this stat? Raise your hand if you would have thought otherwise. I thought it was like 20% of people watch a video without sound. It's on Facebook, the Facebook stats, and Kimberly knows this by heart, I'm sure. The Facebook community, It's 85% of people watching and consuming video content on Facebook, because they have the algorithms. 85% watch it without sound, at least the first run through. And on LinkedIn, I pulled some stats up before the call, was about 75% as of 2 years ago. Now it's probably equal to Facebook. Is everybody getting that? That's why in a moment when I show you the two apps, one app makes it really, really simple to pop in these, the scrolling verbiage, the scrolling scripts, okay? All right. Is everybody get these stats? And that you see kind of why it's really crucial and important that we have some basic skills around creating video content. Okay, awesome.
Those are incredible stats, Robert.
Thank you. Yeah, they're kind of eye-opening, aren't they, Kim?
Yeah.
Yeah, they really are, guys. And even ask ourselves the question, I myself included, I used to read a whole lot more. Now most of my consumption of content, etc., is what? It's video. And what are we talking about when we say more short form? I know short form, pardon me, I don't even profess to be an expert here. I'm just sharing with you some of the way I describe things. So many of you, I'm sure, could do this same training. So please, I ask for your grace and understanding. I'm just labeling it the way my noggin, okay, the way my noggin works. Okay, so short form to me, from what I've read, is 15 seconds to 3 minutes. That's what I'm calling short form video. Okay, remember the third grader going to school, at least used to be the case when I went to school. I needed, you know, the notebook, the pencil, the notepad, etc. Well, here's some basic equipment that I'm going to ask all of you to gather. And again, pause me here, ask me questions. I can hopefully save you time. One of my reasons for doing this training specifically is I've spent literally, even when it comes to the apps I'm going to show you, I've spent hours and hours testing different things, watching videos. And so hopefully I can save you time. So here's my basic starter pack. If again, you're off to third grade, to keep using the analogy, this is what you need to bring to Video School 101. Obviously, smartphone. I think it's a given that all of us have that. And we're talking iPhone, Android, whatever that looks like. Those are the two primary, the iOS, Android. And you need a tripod, guys. You really need a tripod, whether it's a Gorilla Pod, which I don't have it handy because I pretty much use my tripod most of the time now. You need a tripod, and make darn sure that whatever tripod you get, and if you're on a tight budget, I go down to the most pawn shops in your local city. You don't need to spend $100 on a fancy professional photographer's tripod. All right, like my tripod is right here. And you see it's already kind of set up for you. When I do a video, can you guys see my tripod? Thumbs up if you can see my tripod.
We can
Yeah,
see
we
it.
see.
Yep.
And I don't have a fancy teleprompter, do I? I just have, that's why I say one of your things is a magic marker and a clipboard. So whenever I have a video in mind, say I want to train on 4 key listening tools that every happy hubby knows, or every savvy marketer needs to know, or mentor, coach, okay? Then I know it in my mind, I taught it, I put it in magic marker. So when I'm doing my video, and I wouldn't want to have it down here, over here, over here, I want to have it right here next to my device. Nothing fancy. In case you're wondering why painter's tape, look over here on my notes. Painter's tape. Yesterday when I did my little wellness, I do a weekly wellness series now, which I'm stoked about, having fun with it. My painter's tape fell in the lake. And so today when I'm out and about, I'll be getting a resupply of painter's tape. So I went and got my electrician tape to show you guys what my typical video production looks like. And again, nothing fancy. Painter's tape is the best. Here's my video from yesterday. or my teleprompter. This is my official, professional, beautifully written. Yeah, right. So painter's tape, and because it's easy to take off. So there's your notes and you're good to go. Smartphone, tripod. One more note on the tripod. Make darn sure, see, it's a little expand. Make darn sure that the tripod, some tripods are just set up for still the cameras and so forth. Make sure it has a little holder on there. You may have to get a separate holder, to be candid, from Walmart or something. I think this is from probably Walmart, and I just took it off the other little thing holder, and I put it, and I screwed it right into my tripod. Okay. All right. Let me pause right there. I know I'm being very basic, but you told me to be basic, guys. And so this is about as basic as it gets. Any questions around the toolbox you need?
No, I just want to say I love this. This is how I did all my videos too. And I was like, I'm just going to make it really simple. And I did the paper with the magic marker too. So I love to know that you do the same thing. It's just super simple. Anyone can do it.
Yeah, thank you. Any other comments on this section?
Love it. It gives you all the basics, right?
Oh.
Like what they need to get going. This is awesome, Robert.
Okay, good stuff, guys. Now let's go into some major tips. These are make or breakers. Again, grammar wasn't my favorite subject. So these will make or break people really seeing us as a leader. We don't need to be, remember, we're all perfectly imperfect. Although for people to lean into our content we're putting out there, you don't have to be professional, but we do need to be this. Number one, the audio really has to be. It's got to be at least somewhat clean and clear. Okay. And yeah, go ahead, Kim.
Robert, do you use this? Do you have a special mic that you use?
Only when I do say I'm producing something, just at a deeper level, I guess is a simple way to put it. Most of my videos that I make and I put on TikTok and, my wellness, my little weekly tip and so forth, I find as long as I'm fairly within about arm's length, if I stay within arm's length to get a rough estimate or closer, most of my videos that I'm doing, if I were to put my arm out, my phone would be about no more than wrist length away. You don't want to get too close. And the other thing I want to add in the major tips, sorry, I'm laughing before I even say this. People consuming our videos are not ENTs. They're not ear, nose, and throat specialists. Okay. And so so the angle, if you want a quick, let me add this to my notes. Eye level. Eye level is a basic rule of thumb. It can be off a little bit, but like right now, if you were to take a plumb bob and put it between me and the camera that I'm talking to you guys on, here I say you guys. Okay, Bill, I know Bill's gonna catch me on that one. Talking to y'all on, it would be, the plumb bob would pretty much be right level, okay? And here's the difference. If I was doing a video to y'all, everybody, and I was doing the whole video from here on, it goes from totally amateur and just non-clear to, okay, I can get some perspective now. And then there's the opposite too, where we show them our bald spots, or your wonderful highlights in the ladies' cases. So eye level, vertical. Let me cover lighting. I know we're covering fundamentals. We're going to get to the demos, but this is crucial. No matter, it doesn't do any good if I show you the apps and show you how to create the darn video if we don't cover these fundamentals. Please hang in there. So the lighting is crucial. In my office right now, if I were to put my desk, what most people do, what you would see behind me would be the beautiful leaves and the lake and so forth. That's all great, but we have to ask ourselves, how much of the time do we do Zoom calls and video calls and even make these little videos? It would be a royal pain. And I was doing it for a while. I had it for a while where I love sitting by the window, and I would, every time I would do a Zoom or video, I would literally put my desk on the wrong side, on the opposite, my chair on the other side of the desk to do all my, and I find myself going back and forth all day long. It just got pretty darn laborious. So the natural or artificial lighting, it's you know, we got to get some basics going there. The less light, I know this is basic 101, the less light, the more grainy and fuzzy a photograph or video is. If you were to look at mine real quick, I just shut it off, but that halo light right here is on. Let me show you guys. I have a halo light. It came undid with that. So I have a halo light. I have, if I want even more, if it's early or late in the day, I'm going to remove my shade, and that doubles my, see how the light already increased?
All right, let me just, let me change my clothes into normal clothes really quick, just so I don't have my pajamas on.
Jill,
Let me go to the bathroom and then.
Jill, you might want to mute your line there. Yeah. And you see the, and you see the natural light. But if I had to, if I cannot rely on just the natural light, because remember, we do Zoom calls early in the morning sometimes, and then late at night. So do invest. I didn't put this in my equipment up here. I would say you invest in a halo light or some type of light like that. Audio, lighting, crucial. Video or horizontal video, it just depends on the platform. And hopefully everybody gathers this. This is, if I was doing a vertical video, this would be it. And I would be filming whatever, and I'll show you in a minute how that looks like when we do the demo.
Robert, in your notes, sorry to interrupt, can you put in halo light in there too? So for the lighting?
Yes, can you see that? I just did, Kathy Z.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at, I'm on my iPhone, so I apologize. I can't see the notes real well, but.
No, it's all good. And I hear you. Thanks for, again, please do keep chiming in like that. So thanks for the reminder. And it now is in the notes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for that. And then we added the eye level to the major tips. Okay, so now we're still on vertical or horizontal. You know, I was doing a lot of horizontal, most all my videos. If you'll look at my older YouTube channel, I have like 200 videos on there, and of different forms and themes and topics. And most of them were all landscape. That's all I knew about, because everything was going into YouTube at the point, or Facebook. And now that I'm, you know, doing some things on TikTok and other platforms, I just now film most of my stuff that I do vertical, because I want to be able to cross multiple platforms. And it may look, again, if you know you're only posting to Facebook, or you're doing a Facebook Live, etc., you might want to switch to horizontal. The only other reason why I even do Facebook Lives typically in vertical, because I would like to repurpose that across all platforms. And so you might just consider, do you want to have the multiple platform ability, shareability, or do you want to, if you do it horizontal, just know that you'll be limiting some of your platforms, or not always, or you'll do I put stuff into my, when I do the demo in a minute, I'll show you. I even, if I have horizontal videos, which a lot of the videos I use in my little hodgepodge clips cover, you know, the horizontal and vertical both, and it's just a smaller video. You could still put landscape videos into TikTok, etc. They'll just be on 1/3 of the vertical screen in a smaller format. If I lost you again, remember this kind of training, if there's a segment in here where your noggin's kind of pulling you out of the game, just know that it's one step at a time here. And whatever happens with this training, you're really going to need to watch this recording on one device while you're doing it and learning it, pausing it, rewind, I got that. Play, pause, rewind, I got that. And so please don't just go ahead and opt out in your mind if you get bogged down here. Just stay in the game. All right, so major tips: audio, lighting, vertical, horizontal, eye level. Any other tips? Again, we're all creating this together. Any other major tips that you found personally, I'm asking the group here, that we haven't covered under major tips or potential pitfalls?
I love everything you have, and I would just add that the power of going live, if you can go live, let's say on Facebook, the amount of viewership exponentially increases. So video's awesome. If you can make it live, it's a little scary, but it will increase tenfold. And then right after you go live, plan like 40 minutes where you're going to be available. And then every person that comments on your live, every single one, you hit reply and you post something to them. So because whether it's their comments or your comments, the more comments pushes that live out, and you will have exponentially more viewership. And what I like to do is wish everybody a happy birthday before I go live, because you've touched them via Messenger and have that interaction, you're going to explode your live.
Yeah, great segment, because we're also interweaving some of the Facebook and social media strategy. Again, this training is mainly focused on the mechanics of doing the videos, although heck yeah, we're also weaving in key insights and strategy into how we really leverage these platforms. Most of us primarily are leveraging, Facebook. Let's be real about that. So, and Kimberly has so many calls. If you're watching this recording for the video training, just know that because of Rise and Shine and all those trainings, Kimberly was one of our leaders. There's a lot of great information there and how-tos. So. Yeah. Okay, now okay, let me pause. Any other tips, questions, comments before we step out of major tips?
Question, Robert.
Go ahead.
Yeah, so I'm using a one that follows you. Have you used that on your, your stand, like you said, your basic stand?
Yeah,
so this one, yeah.
That's a
Do
great.
you recommend that?
That's a great point for those. Again, one of my intentions, Greg, was to keep this kind of elemental.
Just basic. Okay.
There's always a next level of anything. And one of my goals with this is 101. It'd be fun to do a short form video 202 in the future and 303. Let's be real.
Sure.
As we all learn things together. One of my goals is to keep this really foundational. And what under equipment up here, yes, there's some under tripod, etc. There's some wonderful devices now which actually are motion sensitive, like a motion sensor built into your tripod that you can look at. And there's again, I'm just going to put down. How about we put down all levels of IT behind?
Yeah, there you go. Right. Yeah, the one I have has a remote too, so you could stop it or start it. But like, say you were doing a kitchen one, it'll follow you. So you have to be careful with that too, your background and stuff. But I was going to ask you, what really bothers me when I see a lot of videos, you don't recommend, they go so close to their face. And I'm like, I really am not doing a brain surgery here. Why is that they're going and bringing their face, right? That's not something we should do, is it?
Yeah, we touched on that earlier when.
Yes, I think you did.
Like even my honeybee yesterday, she was, her and my gift son, they're launching a new traditional business for the last 5-6 months, and she was doing every week. She does a little update video, and her latest one was she was so close, and she didn't. The tripod, I didn't tell her I put the tripod in the garage after I finished it yesterday, so she couldn't find it. I was out. And she did hers right here, and her little arms aren't as long as mine. and she sent it to me first for feedback. I said, honey, it's great. You look awesome. I love the content. It's just, it was so close.
Yeah.
In her face, and she wanted to show some media, and it was just, so that's
It's
the
too
other,
close.
yeah, just be aware. How about we say it this way, Greg, and tell me if you have a better way of saying it. Be aware of separation or distance / distance.
Yeah. Depth perception for your audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Between
Distance. Yeah.
Yeah, device and subject. Yeah, hope that.
Yeah, because you did the up and down, Robert, and I like that, and that's what I like is it is like what I really like about this is the foundation. Because even when I've done any videos, is if I had something like this, I could brief over it and go, okay, remember, because once you start, like if you start live, like she said on Facebook, it's too late. So I think that, you know, what we used to say as Rangers, stop, think, observe, and plan. That's what stop means. And then go over all these little basics, because that'll really, I think, help me make a much better video for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Because I'll put this in a PDF, and so we can all review it. And under lighting, be aware. Seeing Greg right now, I'm gonna pick on Greg for a minute. Be aware of lighting, background lighting. Look at right now, that fuzzy cloud behind. I know Greg is just participating. He's just learning. He's not. If Greg was teaching it, just be aware that that's even distracting right there. Be aware of his lamp behind him. Be aware of lighting in background
lighting. Okay, good.
Robert, I have a question. Are you going to want us to, do you want us to work on the app with you, or we're just going to watch you?
Yeah, that's a great question. My intention was just to demo. And then, you know, now that we're kind of into this training, I'm thinking it would be very helpful if we could do like a 1, 2, 3, 101, 202, 303. So I'm just going to assume that we're going to do that. And so we don't have to cover everything here, but at least we can get the ball rolling. And then
that's awesome.
And then 202, we could all bring different things we're all learning. And
do you ever use a green screen? What is your experience with that?
Yeah, I've thought about it in the past, and I just hadn't gone there. That could be in 202 or 303 version, but I just hadn't had the need, mainly because I have some adequate backgrounds here, you know, at the house. Plus, I like to get out. I'm a nature kind of guy. I like to do my major videos. If you watch any of my videos I love the most, they're out in nature. And speaking of, let me add this to my basic 101, guys. If outdoors, ? Make darn sure of major lighting direction. Your major lighting outdoors is what? Is the sun. And just make sure that the sun is either some kind of angle, adjust where you are. I've even looked out, I'll think of things evening, afternoon, morning, midday, if I'm going to film outside my video, and I'm thinking, where's the sun? Where's the shadow? I even have places in mind which have a little roof. And if you watch my video, you would never know the roof is there, because it could be like 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and I'm under a roof sitting on a dock by the lake, and looking at it, you would think I'm on the lake, and you have no idea the sun could be blinding if I wasn't sitting under the roof. So make darn sure of major lighting source and adjust camera direction.
And then what about movement? How do you feel about when you're moving? What is your recommendation? You know, when you see somebody doing a video and they're moving and their background's moving, is that good, bad, or indifferent?
Well, it goes back to what Greg was referring to. That's kind of, to me, that's like next level. if you want to keep this real basic, then the rule of thumb is to, it's kind of like when you're training to be a speaker on stage, speakers that amble back and forth, the movement is so distracting. I found the same thing with video. Again, there could be different opinions, but you know, you do want to anchor the main. And again, part of what it boils down to is if you're the main one training, then let's anchor it versus somebody being distracted. So great questions. So keep them coming, guys. So let's move on to the recommended apps. And again, there are 101 apps out there. And one reason why I said, well, yeah, let's go ahead and do a little training here, because I have starting about a year and a half or so ago, I said, okay, I'm just going to bite the bullet and I'm going to commit. I'm not doing it currently. I said, I'm going to do 3 videos every single day, five days a week, not every day, on TikTok, #1, and other platforms, for at least 30 days. And I did that. I missed 1 day, to be transparent. And in doing that, you're talking about a steep learning curve. And in the process of doing that, I also said, what is the simplest and easiest to use apps for not just me and my skill set? Because I'd already done probably 400 videos. We're talking over the past 15 years or the previous venture and now everything. Even before I got these 2 apps, I'd probably done 500 videos at least and lives. And that being said, I was still struggling with some of the editing capability. And so I said, what can I use simply and my team learn fairly quickly? And so at the end of the day, these are the 2 primary apps that I use. And I'm about to show you, because I do want to at least do one demo with you. So I use a combination of InShot and CapCut. InShot, and let me delete this on my screen. So InShot has all the basic features. The pro version, either $4 a month or $15 a year. I think I just did the 15 a year because I got tired of some of the ads. But again, if you want to just start with it, I'm pretty sure I started with just the free version of both of these to make sure I liked it first. And I would suggest you do something similar. There's no need to take just my word for it. There's other apps, but I'm going to show you how to use InShot and why. And then because I was learning very quickly about the stats you saw earlier, what was it, guys? 85+% of people initially watch the videos with the sound turned off. So CapCut gave me the simplest way to pop in the scrolling text of any other apps that I had found. And if InShot would have had as simple as the feature to pop in the scrolling text, then I would have just stayed with InShot, but they didn't. And so that's why I went ahead and used CapCut. And I'm going to show you in just a moment what that looks like by creating a very simple little video. All right, so before we go any further, before I show you these 2 apps and how to do a little video with you real quick, any questions about why we use an app or how to find these 2 apps? Okay, I must have hit a little writing thing on Zoom. Let me see if I can. Anybody else see that little yellow line there?
Yeah, it's okay though. I'm excited to have you dig in. This is gold, Robert.
Good stuff.
Gold training.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I'm glad you guys are enjoying this. So let me share my screen. And the whole intention is to save us all time. I mean, I wish somebody like this, I wish I would have been on this training a year ago for personally, to be quite candid. All right, let me share my screen on my phone. See if we can, within a manifest technology will work seamlessly or perfectly imperfectly. How's that? All right, here we go. Share. Getting there, guys. If you're like me, I don't use the phone as much, obviously. Okay. Come on. Ah, I know what happened. Let me give myself that's technology lesson right there. For me to share my screen on my phone, I need to be the host. So let me give my twin clone here. Let me give the other Robert with the phone the ability to do that. Okay, 1 second, please. Okay. 1 second. Okay, making my other Robert the host. That's a good lesson, guys. When you're using your main laptop and your phone to do trainings, your person coming on the phone has to be the host. So, all right, it's gonna work now. I think Bill zonked on us. Bill needs some e-vibe. Bless his heart. Okay. All right, here we go. So first of all, you're like me, I have a pretty busy screen. So let's just pause a minute here. Well, let me show you the apps, and then I'll walk you through my creative process. So this is the InShot app, kind of what it looks like. And there's all kinds of things you could do in this. Any of these apps, just a forewarning, please don't, if you're like me, I didn't allow myself to get bogged down in all the fancy tools that these apps have. When it comes to this particular app, I probably use just a fraction of what's available. I'm going to show you the fraction that I use pretty much every day. So let me just show it to you, and then I'll show you my creative process. So let's say that I have a new video clip. Let's just make one. What's one example? Let me pull up my notes, or you guys can help me create this. What is a simple video that I can make from scratch right now? Look at the bottom there. We could do one, three keys to shed belly fat and keep it off, or we could do a promotional one. Is it just weight loss or fat loss, or an entertaining one? You tell me what would be a preferable demo to show you guys this morning.
How to trim belly fat. I like that.
3 keys to shed belly fat and keep it off.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do that. So first things first in my creative process, if that is my goal for the video today. So let's do this together, guys. 1, 2, 3. What are 3 keys to shed belly fat and keep it off? 1, right now.
Increase protein.
Say again.
Increase protein.
Okay.
Drink 8 glasses of water.
All right. I'm going to say number 1 is, it's just the way I think, is have an end in mind. Get with somebody where there's a pending event where you want to look, you want to be a few pounds lighter. That's just how I think, the mindset. And then as Kimberly said, yes, increase protein. And number 3, I'm going to say ignite I'm going to say change gut to, or from carb eating to fat eating critters. Okay, so those are my 3 steps. Okay, we're talking about our biome trim. So those are my 3 steps. So then I would go over here to, I would go over here and film this. And I would have my, well, I can't film it in this mode, but I would go over here and film a little video of have an end in mind, whether it's a class homecoming, whether it's whatever it is, have an event coming up in like 60 days that motivates you to be 10 pounds or 20 pounds, whatever it is, lighter. Have something pending. That would be my step number 1. I would go through my basics. I would probably film it on the back porch with the right lighting, with the right sound. And when it comes to increasing protein, I would then put in some kind of fun, entertaining clip. And what I've done here is, this fits in nicely with what I just did last week. I would go to YouTube and I would type in funny cow drinking milk. Remember, people want to be entertained, okay? And this is my video training 101. Anytime you see a funny video, put the link in some kind of file, because you're going to need this in the future. Start a file of for entertainment or entertaining videos, whatever you want to call it, and store it. So here is the video.
All right, Chug.
All right.
I think we can do it.
Let me fast forward it.
God damn it, Chug.
Whoa, sorry about the vulgarity there.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro?
You're
too old for this shit.
I think that's in the, let me mute my line. Yeah.
All right, breathe. Breathe. Stop it. Breathe.
Okay, that was in the video, wasn't it? So my
Yeah, that
apologies.
was the video. It scared me.
My apologies. You never know. This is a live training, guys. So anyway, so if I would use this video, then obviously any videos I use like this, I would mute the video. Let me just turn the volume off. There we go.
Head up.
Okay, so if I was using the funny video, what I would do, let me choose a different one, okay? Which would be a little more appropriate. So yeah, it may not be the best environment. So I would find a funny video. I already found one. Let me show you safely what I found. It's right up here. Again, it's part of the creative process if you want the entertaining part of your videos. And it's coming up here. And there's Kimberly right here. So there's kind of a funny video that I found. And what I did, I want the 2 clips in here, and this is one that Kimberly posted. So what I did, I saw a couple key parts of this video that were very entertaining, okay? And what I did is, if I lose you, just know this is 101, just to introduce you. So whether it's an iPhone or an Android, it has the ability, see this little flashing, can y'all see my mouse? Yeah.
Yeah, we see.
The iPhone, this is how it's done. On the Android, it's gonna be a little different. As soon as I click this, which I'm doing it right now. So when I did that, it popped me out of sharing with my phone. So I'm gonna have to show you guys in a different way. But the iPhone has a way, see if I can show you it right here. The iPhone has a way, if I go there again with y'all, I use this tool every single day when I do videos. All right. So the iPhone there's that button again, okay? When you click that, it gives you a countdown, and see it flashing? Maybe you can see that. Yeah, right here. That means the iPhone is recording the audio and video of anything that I see. And I want to capture that video. And now I'm going to show you guys what I do with that video. Here's where I could save you hours of time. If you want to capture any video from anything you find online like this, whether it be a testimonial clip from Kathy Zahn, or whether it be a little clip from Kimberly Pennyshare, or from Greg, who had a lifelong struggle with diabetes, whatever that looks like. If you grab any of those clips, this is the simplest way to do it. All right. So you just, again, on the iPhone, you simply page down till you get to this screen right here, and you click screen share. What I suggest you do is go to YouTube. If you want to be able to capture any video, go to YouTube, type in recording screen, comma, iPhone, or comma, Android, and play that on your laptop or computer, and then go through the exercise on your phone, and then do it again, and then do it again, and then do it again. And you need to do it about 10 times or more, or 20 times before you'll get the basics of it. Just to be candid, I'm just giving you direction to do it. But this is one of the most basic ways, without all the fancy software and everything else, because I have that too that I could use. But why, if I use that fancy software, my team can't tomorrow. But all my team has a smartphone. Okay, so yeah, so let's just use something safe. Let me show you something safe. All right, we're going to go over here to one of my favorite clips. And let me go back to am I still in here?
It's just showing you now. We don't
Yeah.
see your phone, but
Yeah, bear with me. Yeah, let me do it again. Just a minute, guys. Good old technology. Again, this is real life. I just want to show you the basics here. The good thing about the next training we do, I'll go right to the demos. I won't have any other training to do with you guys. All right, here we are again. I'm just going to show you this in real quick here. Okay. So let me show you. So let's say you wanted to capture a testimonial on sleeping, a very emotional clip to share with somebody who struggles getting a good night's sleep, okay, which is pretty common. You can go here to restful sleep. See right at the top there, one of our Mojo. I'm just showing you an example that I use because I love the Mojos, and but you can get this from anywhere. But you go to restful sleep. Okay, we're almost there. And then you go to these calls we've done. It is true what we're doing.
And then later in life, having kids, they drain a little more.
This is the story that I want. So I find out how the stress load, including how you were sleeping, if you were sleeping much, and how that. Okay, let me share with you one huge time-saving tip. This is a big one because it took me a while to figure this out. What I'm going to say right now could save you hours of time. The best way to find the clips we want, say off of YouTube, a bite here or a bit there or a snapshot here, is to pull that video up on your laptop or computer. Go there. It's so much easier to rewind, fast forward, find the exact part of the story you want to capture, say 30 seconds of it, on your laptop and computer first and write down it's 17 minutes, 20 seconds into it. Write that down. Again, just personal confession, this can literally save you hours of learning curve. It took me a while for my thick noggin to figure out.
And
So because I'm pulling out clips all the time from different things, maybe from Simon Sinek, maybe from a fun story, or the cow drinking milk and cutting out the vulgarity. So so anyway, so the point is find the story, find the exact time in the story that you want on your laptop and computer, 10 times easier to do versus stumbling your way through it. And then you could pull the same story up on your phone, and you can go right into the time, right? And it's about 8 right there. I pause it. And now when I go to and I hit record this screen in audio, I want to start my screen recording and capturing Susie's beautiful emotional story onto my phone, started about 5 or 6 seconds before her story, get through the story, hit stop, and then when you go to your phone, don't get bogged down, go to albums, go to videos, and then all you see are videos. You don't have to sort through photos to find the video clips you want. Go right to videos, and then all you see on here are the videos. I did a fun, entertaining video on getting minerals, and people want to be entertained. Let's be real. That's the #1 reason people consume video. That's a stat maybe we should all be aware of. It's not educational. The top reason people watch videos is not educational. I thought it was. It's entertainment. And so people watch some of my videos now on my weekly series that I do. Maybe some of them just watch it to see, okay, what's Robert gonna pop in there that's entertaining this week? So I have 3 little babies, 2 babies actually, eating dirt, because my video is on getting minerals. Okay. Anyway, and then you grab your clip. You grab your clip, there it is, and you can, and it's in your phone. Once the videos are in your phone, then when you go back to your video and say, I want to create a video on minerals, which is a little easier to show you guys because we're basically at the top of the hour. Then all I have to do is go here. See, I've already done it. Then I see this little clip on baby eating dirt. Tap. So the next time that we get together on this training, I'm just going to show you to start with. So this is an easier process. I'm going to show you 1 or 2 of the videos I've already done and show you my process. And then we can create one from scratch, which can be scary because of the vulgarity a while ago. So I'll have some things prepped for you that'll make it easier to do. But I created a video on InShot, and let me show you the end result of one of these. So here's one I did on minerals, and I did it in
Rock
InShot.
solid amused.
Okay, and I put the music in there. I put the clips in there of the little babies, and I'm going to walk you through exactly, how I did that with the music and so forth, again, to save you some time. But InShot makes it real easy to do that. And then we're going to go over to CapCut, and I'm going to demonstrate how you can put any video in here. Say it's a video on a capture from the event I just came to. All you do is tap one button, and then it will, and you can choose what you want your text to look like. Hit start, and now the app itself will put the scrolling text in there. obviously it won't work with music. Say it's me talking. Here it is right here. Let me just pull one up for you. Here's one. Imagine how liberating. So now what you're seeing is it's taking my video and imagine how liberating. Okay, now it's putting the text. You choose your text. And now the app itself will put the scrolling text right into the video. Okay.
Now, Robert, does it ever error out or put in the
Really
wrong
liberating
word
it would be.
where you like have to modify it?
Yeah, that's a great question. And yeah, what I do, if it's a really heavy piece as far as some words or verbiage that maybe could be mistranslated, so you can just kind of see how I'm scrolling through it right here. And then you can kind of adjust it that way. And the cool part about this particular app, I have my brand. See the shirt I'm wearing in Bill's shirt? That's kind of my brand. And so I can go right here and under style. So pardon me. I can go right here under style and change, even click on that style and go to background. And I can change what I want the background to look like and to match my brand colors. So my brand colors are this color. And then when somebody scrolls, imagine how liberating, really liberating. So I'll that's some of the things I'll show you that the apps can do. So my goal with the next training is I'll have it keyed up so it won't have any, weird stuff. So I have a couple projects that I've done teed up. I'll show you how I did those projects, what the process looked like. And then if we do a brand new from scratch project, I'll have the pieces ready, so I won't be surprised. And then just to save you some time as well. I hope this training was helpful this morning. So.
That was awesome. I can't wait because I haven't done a lot. I mean, I've done like live video and stuff, but I haven't personally edited video. I've had other people do my videos, but to be able to do it myself, I think this is like gold, Robert.
Yeah.
Well, you are very welcome.
Yes, thank you.
And the time that does work, I just want to get this done so we can start creating some videos. If you're okay with it, Kim, I can even do a part number 2 on Monday.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
So my goal, you've seen some of the basics. I really want to dive in and work with the apps with you guys. And now I know, because it's perfectly imperfect, I'll have some of my key clips teed up. And that way we can be efficient with our time as well. So
can you just tell us again where all your videos from Mojo Monday are stored for people who don't know?
Yeah, let me just share my screen one more time to show you guys.
You have a YouTube channel with them all?
Yeah, when you go to YouTube, it's type in Team Z Global Impact. And once you get to Team Z, there's no other options. Once you type in Team Z Global, it's pretty much there's nobody else that will come up as far as the channel from that point. And yeah, it'll be right there for you. And I do want to, maybe in closing, to show you the power of that. If you think about in the story form to share with people, let me just show you that real quick, because stories are where it's at. And if you go to YouTube and you go to the Team Z channel, I mean, you can see the stories from, there's the business spotlight for athletic professionals. The call on top, any athletic trainer, Kimberly's on there, Greg's on there as well, and Jim and Kathy Rhodes. There's the, there's the trainer. The impact of shakes. Say you have customers that just started with the shakes. Why wouldn't you send them stories, people using the shakes primarily? A new business builder that wants the big picture. Anybody concerned about their skin, immune system, gaining lean muscle. There's some beautiful stories about sleep right there. Yeah, and even when you do this training Monday and on from there, if you want to capture some beautiful snippets from individuals, then there's also a lot of ammunition there as well. So yeah. All right, guys. Well, our time is up. Thanks for playing along. I will see you on Monday, and love and light.
Hey, Robert.
Thank you, Robert.
Just a couple of questions. Are you there?
Yes.
Oh, when do you have any videos? You don't have to record this. Do you have any videos that you've already cropped that we can take to share with video testimonials that don't have the big intro and stuff, that's just like the person talking?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
That would be awesome. Is that all on your YouTube?
It is there to save us time, because I know where they're at. I know it's kind of convoluted. So one of our goals is to do that very thing. And that's why Jessica at corporate, she's been tasked. Let me stop the recording.